Hello, hello, hello. The world just got access to DALL-E 3 and I thought I would go through how you can create logos with it. You can access it in the, if you're a Plus user, you should have the option in here to choose it. The difference between DALL-E 3 and things like Stable Diffusion and Midjourney is that you can iterate on one design and ask it to be more or less of something, and it will do another version of that and still remember what it's iterating from. Stable Diffusion and Midjourney, you only have one go, and you need to you have one single shot and you need to tweak that prompt until you get it right, which can be really hard to get consistent results and stuff. So to be able to go no, not really like this, a bit more like that, now we're getting closer to what the actual process of creating a logo with the client looks like. Yeah, and also it understands context, so you can actually position different things inside an image, and DALL-E will understand what is happening inside the image, like the situation that is happening, much more specific. And then you have the understanding of text, so it can now write out text, which was really bad with Midjourney and Stable Diffusion. And yeah, you've probably seen people creating logos with Midjourney. I thought I would show you the usual results. In the beginning, I thought it was really impressive, but after a while, you just here's what you ended up with all the time. These very similarly looking style logos with text that didn't make sense. And if you then go to vectorize this one, it's going to be hard to get these very gradient shades inside the logo. So I'm looking for a way to get these more simplistic logos and also play around a lot more with the text itself, because now that works really well with DALL-E. So let's get into it. I thought we would play around with, and I don't know what the result's going to be here, but we're going to play around with creating a logo for a sneakers brand called Fotoro. I just came up with it. It's merging the foot and future, something like this. I'm really into these future retroistic looks now with the 70s colors and kind of Back to the Futures look. I think that is making a comeback. Anyway, let's try to create the first version of this sneakers brand. Yeah, so this was the first iteration of look. It's really it's getting it from the first go here with the future retro Fotoretto look. This is kind of like the shades I'm going for, but it's way too detailed and stuff. This one was really ugly. I don't know what's going on here, and I don't know what's going on there. So I now wrote, the brand has a futuristic look, and I want to play around with the modern and bold and retro tech colors. Make it simple and minimalistic, Scandinavian. Also play around with the text being a part of the logo or the logo itself. So let's go with that. And if you're doing this for a client, you would just pretty much transcribe the feedback calls that you're having with them and then feedback into GPT. And then send the results, have more feedback, give it, and just go back and forth like that. All right, we have a few ones. I think they all look a bit shitty. More. All right, I just wrote a bunch that I thought. More Back to the Future, gradient, tech, modern, speed, stripe, neon, but not neon glow. All right, let's see what it does with this. These are all okay, but it looks like, yeah, who would want a logo like this? Here we go. It's getting the style right, but it's still just showing images of shoes and then that one. But I don't know, like I like this one, Fotoro. I don't like the shoe. All right, great. I like the style. Show more iterations, but don't show the shoe in there. We wanted to play around with the text only in the same style. But I like what I see here actually. So they're a bit 3D, bit too like much shades, which is going to be hard to vectorize for me at least, or it's you can't just throw it into the vectorizer and have the same results when it's these gradient like variants. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I actually like this one, but it's not catching the whole word. I like the first one. Make it say the whole word though. And a little bit more speed, space tech, just a little. Let's see what it does. It's kind of impressive because if you've ever been in like these brand sprints, like workshops, that's how you do it. Like you you say like this, but not too much like that. We want to communicate this, but not too much of this. To be very like specific in where you're like branding yourself. And you can do this with DALL-E 3 and get, oh, that was bad. No. God, no. Let's see how it perceives that feedback. You lost the colors and the text. And it's now telling us what it wants to create. So that's why it became blue. Hints of space. That's not what I mean, but that's what we can tell it. Forget about the blue. Forget about the blue. Just go with the teal pink tech. Modern gradient grain. And we want the stripes and speed. And we're back to here. We want some speed too. Some neon glow, but not too much. So we're back to the teal pink. This we can vectorize, I think. This we can kind of work with. But it's a bit more, it's too retro now. We want, and it doesn't say the whole word that we want as well. We're gonna fix that in the end. It gets the words right sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. Here we go. So now we are generating 4 more variations to choose from. I told it to be more simplistic, minimalistic, and by doing this we can basically just pick one of these ones and go into that direction even more. No 3D stuff. No 3D stuff. Fotoro text, gradient, grain, stripe, speed, neon glow, but not too much. Tech and galaxy, lila and teal. Let's see what it does with it. Too much. Yeah, but now much more plain. What's more plain about this one? No, still don't have it. More plain. More plain, speed stripes, text straight, 17s colors, and tech modern bold. Let's see where we go. So anyway, we're not gonna do this for so much more. We're just simply gonna choose a logo because I want to show you that we can vectorize it as well. All right, we're actually gonna try to vectorize some of these ones now, but this was just to show you how you can use DALL-E to play around with creating logos out of the company name, and also how you can like iterate yourself forward in creating different variations from these ones in a way you couldn't do with Midjourney really. You could actually choose one of these ones, make 4 other iterations of it, but it never understood the context of it. So we're now gonna take some of these logos and try to vectorize them so that we can actually use them. All right, so here we have the Vectorizer AI. So let's go to Vectorizer, then upload the logo you want to vectorize. Then you can download them. And you can now upload these ones into, for example, Figma. I just think this is a really cool way to get going in the creative process of creating a logo. And you should probably like do the iterations with ChatGPT and the client in the room to just create a lot of variations of logos that they can choose from. And then you can, and then when AI has done the heavy lifting of creating these things, you can import them into Figma, and you can like even like create like change the shapes. You can change the colors if you want of them, and it's pretty cool. Creating AI images with actual words in them. And I think that's it for today. So hope you enjoyed it, and see you later. Bye bye.